Hey everyone, and welcome back to yet another episode of wari-Q, a property or a series where I answer frequently asked questions about life. Thank you so much for all the love that you're sharing and all the comments and all the questions that you've been asking us. Today, I'm going to answer something which is a very fundamental, very open-ended question, but surprisingly, a lot of you have asked me to answer this for them. And the question is, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? And of course, the connotation of this question is that you are in a bad spot, that you are in an undesirable spot, that you're facing something that you didn't want to face. It's a hard time, it's a tough time, and you're just staring up in the sky with your hands all open and asking, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? And it's a very interesting question, because I wonder if you genuinely want to know the answer, or is this a question which is posing as some other question? Here's what my thinking is. My thinking is that when we ask this question of why is this happening to me, we really don't care of why is this happening to me. Instead, what we're actually trying to say is not even a question. What we're trying to say is, I wish this wasn't me. I wish I wasn't in this spot. I wish this was not happening to me. I wish I was in a better spot than this. I don't think I've done enough or deserved this. I don't think I should be in this spot. I think this is unfair. I think this shouldn't be happening to me. Why is this happening to me? And there are several times when I remember I was feeling the same way. Back in the days when I was young and I was at Michigan State University doing my PhD program, doing what I wanted to do in life. Everything was as per plan. And yet, there was clearly something that was missing. I was doing exactly what I wanted to do, but I could make out that there was something that was missing. Like the buzz, the hum, the feeling that you get when things are in order, that wasn't there. And we all know when something's missing. We all know when something's missing. We may not want to admit it. We may not want to come to terms with it, but we all know when something's missing. And in this case, it was very clear that something was missing. And my first few questions were around the same question, which is, why is this happening to me? Like, I literally have slogged my ass off to be in this spot. I wanted to be in this spot. I am in this spot. And now I'm not feeling the love, the happiness, the emotion that I wanted to feel. Why is this happening to me? Which honestly was a question posed as some other question. And the question, and the real one, was, I shouldn't be feeling this. This is not what I deserve. This is not where I should be. I don't find this fair. I find this extremely tragic. This is a tragedy. And I remember this conversation that I was having with a friend of mine back then, who was like, you know what? You're going through this bad phase and you're thinking of dropping out of your PhD, which is a really big deal. But honestly, after all this is done, you will have a master's in physics. And a master's in physics means nothing. Like literally no one will give you a job ever. So I think that's a really bad idea. It's a really bad idea because you will graduate with a master's in physics. You wouldn't know what to do in life. Things will be extremely hard. And I think this is a really bad idea. And surprisingly, when he said that, I found myself asking a different question. And that's the question I want to share with all of you. And that question was no longer, why is this happening to me? The question was, what is this telling me? I am feeling what I'm feeling. I'm experiencing what I'm experiencing. I can see what's happening to me. But what is it trying to tell me? What is it trying to tell me? And when I found myself asking this question, I moved from what I thought was a self-defeatist approach of why is this happening to me? Why, Lord, why? To a very positive, progressive approach, which was, what is this trying to tell me? And it was very clear the situation was trying to tell me that even if I continue with whatever I'm doing, I will not be happy. Even if I continue with my PhD, I will not be happy. And the reason why I'm feeling that something is missing is because something is trying to tell me, stop, pause, and think about what you're going to do with your life. So what this was trying to tell me is, Ankur, you're not happy. And that's it. That's just it. So now I had to fix for my happiness, and the way that I thought it would be is by dropping out of my PhD and coming back to India, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And that could have meant that I landed up in another spot which made me feel, oh, why is this happening to me? But again, in that moment, I would not ask myself, why is this happening to me? Instead, what is this telling me? And now, think of several ways that this can manifest itself. You have been hurt or betrayed by your partner. And your first reaction is, why is this happening to me? But if you turned around that question and asked yourself, what is this telling me? And it's possible it's telling you that trust is the most important thing for you in a relationship. Or it's telling you that you have a self-esteem that's perhaps so low that if someone else cheats on you, you take it personally that it was your fault. Or perhaps it's telling you that that person was never worth it and you were wasting your time on that person all these years. It's telling you something that you ought to have known all this time, but that situation is forcing you now to think about it. Let's say you've been, unfortunately, but that's a reality nowadays, because of COVID, fired from your job. You've been laid off. Your job has been cut. And your question is, why is this happening to me? I worked so hard with all the dedication. This isn't my fault. This virus wasn't mine. This has nothing to do with me, but now I have to bear the brunt of this. Now I have to feed a family without any income. Now I have to take care and make sure that I have continuity in my job, in my profession. Why is this happening to me? But if you turned around and said, what is this trying to tell me? What is this trying to tell me? And maybe the answer is, it's trying to tell you that the most important thing for you in life right now is to find financial security. And you can do and you have to do whatever is needed to get to that. It's perhaps trying to tell you that whatever is it that you were doing was not making you happy. And this is an escape for you, and a legitimate one at that, to pursue what your happiness is. It's perhaps trying to tell you that you are prone to all these circumstances around you which is not in your control, and you are nearly not prepared to face them. And you have to build and prepare yourself in order to face them. It's perhaps telling you that this is how things will be, and you have to always think of what is the new skill or the new person or the new personality you can come up with that will help you navigate through these hard times. But it's definitely trying to tell you something. It's trying to tell you something. I remember just as recently as 3 months back, my most effective, if I may say so, stream of income was hit really badly because of COVID. And I had to then stop myself from asking, oh, why me? And why is this happening to me? But ask myself, what is this telling me? And what it told me was, here is the reality of the world for the foreseeable future. People are going to be home. I will not get a chance to be in front of them. I will not get a chance to be physically able to communicate my energy and my thoughts and my ideas to them. So I better change for this new future. I better change for this new world order. And that's when I started thinking of how can I connect even more through a virtual setup such as this video, conferences, online webinars, whatever is it that helps me connect with people in a way that I was doing in the past, but is reflective of the current situation. And that's how I think of what is this trying to tell me. So I honestly do not have an answer, and nor does anyone else, to the question, why is this happening to me? Because honestly, if you had the answer, you wouldn't even be asking the question. And my belief is that this question is asked not because we want to know the answer. Instead, we're just trying to suggest and reflect our discomfort, our unhappiness, and our displeasure around the situation we are in. And that's legitimate, that's understandable, and I'll give you a few seconds to feel that emotion. But once you've felt what is real, the more important question that you need to ask instead of this question is, what is this telling me? What is this telling me? And be honest, and as long as you are, you will beautifully find the way out of that situation. And you'll hopefully find yourself in a spot where you never ask the question, why is this happening to me? Until next week, I'll see you all. If you have any questions, any comments, any questions that you want me to answer, please write it in the comment section. like and share and subscribe to my channel, because that's how you will get to know that a new video is on. Ankur Warikoo signing off. God bless you all. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that whenever we put up a new video, you're aware of it.